Okay. Yo, I start streaming right as I'm about to go to bed. I swear to God. I'm sorry. Welcome though, Diamond. Just stay up. Obviously, just stay awake. Anyway, um, Diamond, do you want me to recap from last time, or should I just jump straight into the next part? Because I don't remember when you left. Anyway, what did I do? It's time to finally do the sister location. Recap? Okay. I don't remember where we left off last time. What was I all building? Like, I could have gotten 8 hours of sleep. I mean, you still can. I finished the kitchen, didn't I? Last time that you were here? Anyway, here's the full kitchen. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but... I have a 2-hour delay tomorrow. Oh. That's nice. No, yeah, I finished the kitchen. I think I did parts and service, and then you had to go. But anyway, here's the party room that's done now. And I'll go, yeah. Because you left, like, right as I was finishing parts and service, I think. So, here we have Withered Bonnie, Shadow Freddy, Withered Foxy, and the Archscophastic Armor, which I actually named. This one's not named that? Oh my god, that's annoying. Okay, well, the one in the chest is named correctly. I didn't name it Shadow Bonnie, I actually named it the proper thing. Yeah. So then you didn't see any of FNaF 3. So I'll show you that real quick. So FNaF 3 is over in this supply closet at this end of the hallway. Okay, I also added a switch to no. Alright, cool. So I added a switch in here in this supply closet. I added a switch so that the power can go out in the office. So you can see if you're sitting here, like you have this one little light that's on in here, and then I made it so that you can flip this, and the power in here goes out. So now it's all dark. It's not that effective because I have my gamma way turned up, but like that's just for building. When I actually play on this, it'll be way more noticeable. But and then FNaF 3 is this right here, and you crawl through this vent, which is kind of slow, so I'll just fly through it. But yeah, this, and then the entrance to the room is actually through this vent, the vent in your office that Springtrap crawls through. So yeah, this is the main FNaF 3 office here. You got the desk. I really wanted to... Maybe I'll do this later. I wanted to connect this, like the mouse on the keyboard. Flashbang warning, Jesus. I didn't realize it'd be that bright. It is a lot brighter than the rest of the building, I guess, huh? It is much brighter than the rest of the building. Just because it's green and the rest of the building's like black. Sorry. But yeah, I wanted to connect this to like maybe some note blocks so that it plays an audio cue in different parts of the room when you press it. But maybe I'll do that later. I'll probably wire that later. I didn't want to do it right now. Yeah, this is FNaF 3. The office is very well lit. The rest of the building is not. And then I used a lot of oxidized copper for this, or weathered copper. I used a lot of weathered copper for this. Then we have all the lights flickering. Then down here this way, this is supposed to be Phantom Freddy. You have another vent down here. And all of these vents actually, I'll show you real quick. All of these vents actually do connect throughout the entire building. So just like Springtrap does, you can actually crawl through all of the vents here in this area. And then there's this door here, which doesn't really go anywhere. It's just black concrete. It's just supposed to be boarded up. Obviously with the chains here, you're not supposed to go through this door. And then we have down this hallway. Down at the end of here. This is supposed to be Phantom Foxy. Again, it's kind of hard to do it well with armor stands. But there he is. And then all the way down here at the end of this hallway. I love this hallway. It's so cool. But all the way down there is the safe room. And then this room is like Chica's little arcade. There's Phantom Chica here and the arcade machines in this teeny little arcade room. This is a boarded up door, but behind it is a stairwell with Phantom Mangle chilling in here. I really like FNaF 3, so I really like FNaF 3, which is why I decided to do most of the Phantoms but I didn't fucking do most FNAF 2. I did a lot more FNAF 3 just because I like the game more. Um, and then down here is the safe room with Springtrap. Not much to it, but yeah. And then all these vents do connect throughout the entire rest of the building. So you actually can crawl through every single one, and they all have functionality. But FNAF 2 has... You said he's not even your favorite animatronic. Whoops. Fuck. I did not mean to do that. Why is it so dark on the other side of that wall, actually? Am I crazy? What block did I just break? This one? Oh, because this leads into a pocket. That's why. Okay. So that's all of FNAF 3. I'm really proud of it. I like how it... I really like how it turned out. It's probably my favorite building in the whole room so far. My favorite building in the whole room. My favorite room in the whole building. That's what I meant to say. And then this chest has like literally all the building materials for this. There's actually a lot. Well, obviously stuff like milk and sunflowers aren't used, but most of the building materials used for this are in this chest. But anyway, I guess it's time to start Sister Location, which is going to be completely fucking enormous. Which is unfortunate that you're not going to be able to see it because it's going to be under the ground. But like this, you get to see how big the entire building is because it's all above the ground. The unfortunate thing with Sister Location is that's all going to be under the floor. So it's going to be enormous, but you're not really actually going to be able to see how big it is. Also, the annoying thing is that because it's under the ground, I'm going to have to dig out this entire thing. Instead of just building it out in the open, I have to break open the entire way. So it's gonna be fun. But anyway, I also want to do the FNAF 4 house at some point, but I don't know when. Because I have in the original world, I had the FNAF 4 house as it's a completely different building. Like I'm gonna have because I had it just over this way. Because there was a period in between when FNAF 4 came out and Sister Location came out when I was working on the original world and I got bored. So I just threw the FNAF 4 house over here. But that's a completely different building, and I think I want to have it connected to the Sister Location somehow. Like wherever I have the custom night room for Sister Location, where I have that office under here, I want it to be directly under the FNAF 4 bedroom. But this room will be pretty small at least because this is like where the elevator is. So this should honestly be just big enough for this. Honestly, maybe even smaller. I could probably just do this. Because this is just the little elevator you're in when you first... Yeah, this should be big enough. Because this is just the little elevator that you're in. I'm building most of this from memory. But I didn't really build Sister Location when I originally did this. I need to remind myself what Sister Location looks like. I don't know what block palette I'm going to use, really. I need to remind myself, specifically this elevator, I need to remind myself what this elevator looks like. That's the thing, it's very... Sister Location has a very unique feel that I think might be a little difficult to capture. It also has very big doors that I'm just gonna do this. I would put iron doors, but I'm just gonna do a big open door. Because when you get down here, it's like the elevator's already done. So, the doors will be open. I'll do it like that. And then... I need like blue and purple and gray. Interesting. What blocks are really blue? I just use blue concrete. Or concrete? No, no, blue terracotta. Yeah, this is like the yeah. Because it needs to be. It can't be too vibrant of a blue. It's a very like metallic silvery kind of blue. So yeah, I think the terracotta will work the best here. I already used deep slate tiles for this. For this wall, I may as well just do that. I probably could do like a pattern. There's also a window on this side of it, which I can honestly probably just have leading to nowhere. Just have a window that leads to nowhere. But there is a window on this side of the office here. So I will include it. But if I do black concrete, especially because the entirety of Sister Location is extremely dark. I think it leads to nowhere in the game too, lol. Yeah, I was gonna say, like I'd put a room on the other side of the window, but I don't actually think it goes anywhere. And then I'll do like a pattern of these blocks. And then the floor, I mean, I would just use stone. I feel like iron, I feel like iron is too light. Aren't there a lot of tough blocks now? There's a lot of tough block variations. I could use tough for a lot of the build. Yeah, that works. Because it's still got like that kind of bluish tint to it as well. So that works. I need to use like pretty much all blocks that have sort of a cool tint to them. And this still kind of gives like that checkerboard feel, even though it's not actually checkerboarded, but you know. And then on this side there's just pipes. Okay, yeah, polished tough wall. That's the same as the. And have this go up there. Because on this side there's just a pipe. And yeah. I'll make it go out one more. That looks a little strange, but that's okay. Nope. I don't exactly know how I want to do the pattern of this. I don't want there to be like too much of it. Ah, that's pretty good. And then do the rest light blue. I don't want there to be too much of the dark blue. I think it might look a little wonky. Okay, cool. That works just for a little elevator. And then I need windows as well. Should I use gray? Yeah, that works. I feel like that's too obvious. I sort of want to break out like a small room here. Just so it looks like I want it to look like a pitch black room and not just like, you know, literally just what I had. So I'll break out a little room here. And then I'll have it be like that. Or no, like, I need the floor, yeah. Because I don't want to just do it like that. Because, like, even with the lights off, it's just going to be way too obvious. So, to sell the illusion better, I want like there's a full little room here, but the entire thing's black concrete, so like the room has depth, but it still has no detail, if that makes any sense. I don't know if this is actually going to make that much of a difference visually, but whatever. I think every small detail matters. Oh, it's this two little windows that are gonna. I think it makes like just a barely small difference. Like it looks like an actual room now, but it's still completely dark in there, you know? Okay, and then I need. I don't know if there's a way I can place these. I want the door to look like it's open. So I can do this and this. Yeah. Shit. And then... No, I need those to be open somehow. I think I could just put redstone blocks in the ceiling, couldn't I? I don't think redstone block signal travels through other blocks. I don't know if it does. No. I don't think 50/20 is going to be that bad. Yeah. No. Redstone blocks don't... Redstone blocks are weird. They don't really carry signal. No, that doesn't either. How the hell am I going to do this? I need it open. This would be tacky, but could I just do levers? It'd look really tacky, but... Well, maybe if it goes the right fucking way. Cool. Now I have it jacked up. There we go. Still doesn't line up exactly. I think I need to have it on this block. And then have it open. There we go. And just do the same thing here. Or no, because I don't have a room. Ah, it's so annoying. Or no, it's going the wrong way. My thing is that just looks tacky. But I literally don't know how else I could do that. I could maybe on top of the block. There we go. Okay, cool. So let's go up here and do the same thing. Not gonna work because this one's still on. But there we go. Okay, there we go. Now the doors are open. It's like coming at you. Okay, then I need... If I remember correctly, this just opens straight into a really dark room with a vent, right? I think it literally just leads into, like, just this. It's a really, really dark room, and then it just has a vent in it. Yep, okay. Okay, cool. So this whole room will be just blue then. Just so this room's darker than the other ones. The rest of it, well, floor still needs to be tough, probably. No. What trapdoor am I gonna use? Because it has to be able to... I'd love to use iron throughout the whole thing, but it needs to be flipped to, like, normal. Probably pale oak. The next best thing. Yeah, next best thing. Alright, and then... that should probably be big enough. No, I'm just gonna do this whole thing. Don't do that. That's gonna be annoying if I do that. I think my triggers are sticky. Yeah, I keep breaking 2 blocks when I mean to break 1, because it's being held down for longer than I want it to be. Oh, god damn it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think I'll just keep the floor tough to remain consistent. I was gonna change, actually, I want to change it to black concrete like halfway through here, so it feels really dark in the vent. And then like as you approach the end of it, it'll go back to tough. But in the middle of it, because there's gonna be no lighting in this vent. The entirety, I keep breaking 2 blocks when I mean to break 1. Because my trigger's fucking sticky. I'm getting a new controller soon at least. It's on it, well, it's not even on its way yet. It's being made, I think. Because it's a custom controller, but that's gonna be annoying trying to do this underground. The vent of gaslighting. There we go. Yes, the vent of gaslighting. Because then you'll get really far in here and be like, ooh, it's so dark. Because... yeah, all of sister location is going to be very, very dark. And then this leads into like your main office area. Which, how many blocks wide should I make this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The vent in the game makes noises like something will kill you, but nothing's gonna kill you, yeah. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you think 10 blocks across big enough? I think that'll be big enough. Honestly, it might be a little too big, but if it is, I can just make it smaller. That might be a little too big, low-key. Because something about... yeah, would that be better? Would that be 8 blocks across? I think that'd be better. Because the whole thing with sister location is that it's extremely claustrophobic. Every room is very small. And then in the 2 rooms that are massive, which is the Ballora Gallery and the Funtime Auditorium, they're both really, really dark. So you're in these massive rooms, but you can't see any of it. And the rooms that you are allowed to see are very small, so... I want to keep the feel of sister location alive with this whole thing. I will say the added feature of being able to crawl in vents in... is this not even now? What'd I do? 1, 2, 3... 1, 2... no, this block in the middle is gaslighting me here. Am I tripping balls? I am. Am I? What the fuck is happening? What did I do here? This is 3 blocks across, and then the 4th one is the wall. This is 3 blocks across. It is not even. I think, yeah. The other side looks better. So it's 4, not 3. 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one is the wall. There, now are we even? Yes, okay. I did just realize I need room for like massive windows here, because that's not going to be big enough. I can make the room taller. The room can be very tall, but I don't want it to be too wide or too long, because it's really not. But I don't think in the game I don't even think you can see the roof of the room. So it is a very tall room. So I'll be able to have room for these massive windows here. Which again, I'm really not sure how I'm gonna do the Funtime Auditorium or the Ballora Gallery. I think I want to do something with what are they? Calibrated skulk sensors. I think that could be cool. No, I'm pretty sure you can see the roof. I think this tall though would be good though. I think you can, but I think this tall would be good. Yeah. Am I tripping again? I am. I need to finish off this wall before I go crazy. Yeah. This height should be fine. Maybe 1 block shorter. I mean, I can look at it. I was gonna look at it anyway, because I feel like I should use a different block palette, because I think most of the office is kind of green. Yeah. So I shouldn't even really be using blue in here, honestly, because most of the room is like weird. Okay. So I shouldn't really be using blue in here then. I should be using like green. Is there green terracotta? I mean, no, there is, but I don't know how good it's gonna work. Is that too dark? I think that'll work. Cause yeah, I just realized that most of the room is actually it uses like green lighting. But the green lighting itself, I feel like would be kind of hard to achieve. And then these windows are basically the entire wall, huh? I'll keep the floor tough. You can't see the floor anyway, so. I almost feel like I should just go out all the way here. Because the window is the entire wall. So if I just do it like that. Like no frame, yeah, like no frame on the window. It's just a giant, basically a visor. Like that. So yeah, looking at it, the window is pretty much the entire wall. Alright. And there's like a big fan in the middle. No idea how I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna do the big fan either. Yeah, and then it like. Yeah, as you can see the ceiling. Yeah, I looked up a reference image. And like in the middle, it like slants up here. Weird. Very weird building. I guess I've never really paid that much attention to the office and how it looks, huh? To be fair, I'm gonna need a lot of memory jogging when it comes to social location, because I just don't remember half of it. I don't have the rooms memorized that well, because it's not like the FNaF offices where you spend, like, I could probably build the private room from memory. But, well, this is where the vent will go. I could probably build the private room from memory, but the thing about the rooms in sister location is that they're not super ingrained into my brain, because you're not spending because you're not spending the entire night in that room, you know? Stupid question. Does glass connect to iron bars now? Is that a thing they added? Probably not. I know that in a recent update they made a lot of older blocks connect to some of them. That's not right. I pretty much remember all of them, but this one, Ooh, oh my god, that's perfect. Thank you, Minecraft. Thank you, Minecraft. I just realized I'll need fucking room for a vent here, too. In the middle. I'll think of something. I'll tackle this later. I'm not gonna do these rooms probably for a little while. But yeah, sister location is kind of weird because it's like you don't spend the entire night in one room, so it doesn't get super ingrained into your brain like it does. I got rid of my trapdoor. It doesn't get super engraved into your brain like it does the other ones. Because you don't spend the entire night in this one room, you know? Who's your favorite animatronic? I low-key forget if you ever said. I'm a basic bitch. It's Springtrap. Honestly, always has been. Like when I first started YouTube, the icon for my channel was um a drawing of Springtrap I did. There we go. Nothing wrong with that, to be honest. I think he's popular for a reason. I know he's like a little. I know he's like extremely popular to the point that people get bored of him, but I think Springtrap is popular for a reason. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do this vent. I can do that. And then like, actually no, that won't work. There. This one will always stay down. And yeah, okay. But then there's like a big fan here that I don't know how I'm gonna do. Stairs, maybe? What stairs do I have available to me? Whoop. Yeah. Honestly, I like a lot of the just extremely popular animatronics, to be honest. Like, I really like Springtrap. FNaF 1, my favorite is Foxy. FNaF 2, it's Withered Bonnie. FNaF 4's sleeper pick, kind of. It's Nightmarian. And then Sister Location. It used to be Funtime Freddy, and then nowadays I've just become a basic bitch, so it's entered. I think, yeah, polish andesite. Like the same material that the floor is made out of. And I think... Let me try to cook here. Hang on. You see what I'm going for, right? Nothing wrong with basic. I don't think so. I can't put a stair there, though. Oh, no, the stair will be the bottom of the vent here. If I can have it, can I put it right side up, please? There we go. And then... there. There's probably a better way to do that. I'm just not good at building with stairs. Can I have the one on this wall upside down? Yeah, there we... Yeah. Not really. It needs to be one more block into anyway. Or maybe two, actually. Just so the iron bar doesn't connect. Because there's a thingy here. Okay, well this can go back. That's annoying. That's fine. So it'll have to be like this. And then there's a little thing in here. I'm struggling to figure out how to make it. How to make a fan. Basic is basic for a reason. Yeah, it's normally just a good choice. I think like FNaF 1, for example, if you pick like Freddy, you're basic. Picking Foxy is your favorite, I don't think is necessarily being basic. I think he's just the most popular character. Oh my god. How am I gonna do this in tandem with the trapdoor is the fucking annoying thing. Because if I do it here, then it connects to that, and that might look ugly. Actually, honestly, you can barely tell. But I kind of wanted it to be sitting further in like that. But if I do that, then... Could I just do it like that, honestly? I think the top one and the bottom one being like that works well. And then... I want this stair upside down, please. Please? I don't have room. I don't know. That probably works well enough. There. It's an optical illusion. You'll never know. I just need the vent to work as well. Because this leads to like the circus baby room. FNaF 1, not really sure to be honest. I have a total of 0 minutes in FNaF 1 over the past 5 or more years. You don't have a favorite though? That's criminal to not have a favorite animatronic from FNaF 1. Why do I keep doing that? It's almost like my brain doesn't work. There. How am I doing that? I'm breaking like 2 blocks at once. How am I doing that? I don't want to do that. All right, here. That looks a little janky, but the best I can do with the limited space I'm offered. It's okay. You won't be able to tell. Anyway. Do I really need to type it out again? Nope, it's Arxcophistic. Cool, and then there's a lot of like wires and shit. Do I still have the walls on me? I do. There's over here. It connects to the window? Are you fucking for real? I don't want it to connect to the window. That's annoying. This is why Bedrock needs debug stick, please. Pretty please, I beg. I should do black. Can you even tell? Not really, but it's a small detail I want. The Phantoms are all forgettable. How dare you? I love the Phantoms. They're one of my favorite groups of animatronics. I think they're neato. If you don't, that's fine, but I love the Phantoms. I wish they had more unique designs. I don't know if I necessarily love the Phantoms, but I love the idea of them, and I love people's redesigns of them. A lot of them look so cool. And I want to get around to making my own of them eventually. But yeah, I don't think like I still like the Phantoms, but I also don't think I think you might be crazy if you say your favorite animatronic from FNaF 3 is anyone other than Springtrap. I'm sure there's at least a few people out there whose favorite animatronic ever is like Phantom Freddy or Phantom Foxy. But for the most part, you might be ever so slightly insane. That's so annoying with the glass that it connects to it. There's also like a desk too, isn't there? Yeah, there is. That's the annoying thing with Minecraft is that there is so much cram packed into this little room, and there's no space to put any of it. There's so much detail cram packed into this little room here, and there is nowhere to put these details. I mean, I guess I can do this. Yeah, that works as the shelf. I guess these cannot like be flipped down. This one stays flipped up always, but or I guess it can stay down. Yeah, the trapdoors can just stay down. I think if I make them flush with yeah, they won't work then. So they have to be like that. Like Nightmare Foxy or one of the DLC animatronics. Nightmare Foxy is really cool. I honestly, a few years ago, or I guess last year, yeah, for FNAF's, or no, 2015, right? Yeah. For FNAF's 10th anniversary, I was drawing my favorite animatronic from every game, and I literally went with Nightmarian because I'm like, I'm not fucking drawing Nightmare Foxy. It's such an all over the place design. Also, change my FNaF 1 choice to Foxy. Yeah. I think FNaF 1 is pretty much the only. I mean, there's not a lot of options to choose from, but FNaF 1 is the only game where every option is solid. I'd understand if any 5 of them are your favorite. Just your favorite overall, like not even from that game. I'd understand if any of those 5 are your favorite just out of the entire franchise. Alright, there's a lot of little shits in this room too. I need to bring back up my reference. That's my thing, is that there is just so much in this room. Like it's really hard to pack all the details into just Minecraft here, because there's so much shit in this room. I need to make this block clear, because there's something there. Let's make the pipe connect that way. I've got Pizza and none of them. I always liked Lefty. Like even before I knew about the puppet trap thing, I always thought Lefty was cool. Also, I feel like Music Man is technically I feel like Music Man is technically an animatronic from FNaF 6, so maybe him too. I like his design a lot, and I like that he's been reused. Music Man always had a really unique design. So I like that he was in UCN, and then they reused him in Security Breach, and then they used him in Ruin, and then they went back to like the original design with Big Top in Secret of the Mimic. It's just cool that they used him again. Sorry to piss me off so bad. Yeah, I honestly, I know it's probably my bad because I chose to salvage every animatronic and I bought Lefty, so I made the game harder on purpose. But I never even finished FNaF 6. I fucking hated the gameplay so much. I want just an endless like simulator mode. I don't even want to play the night. I just want to make my own pizzeria at this point, honestly. Because I'm not fond of the fucking gameplay at all. I don't get how it works. Probably just a skill issue, and I could probably research it, but I went for the connection terminated ending, yeah. I didn't even bother. I never finished it originally when it came out, and I'm probably skilled enough to, now that I'm older, to finish the game, and I just don't want to do it. Because I don't care. FNaF 6 is my least favorite game in the entire franchise. And I'll die on that hill. I don't like, honestly, any of the animatronics designs. The lore is just all over the fucking place. The gameplay's shit. FNaF 6 will not be part of this building, by the way. It's not going to be here. I think the cutoff is sister location anyway, because after that, there's not really a point. Already on that hill. Yeah, I don't... Like Security Breach exists, and I still think that FNaF 6 is my least favorite game of the franchise. And even then, I don't think Security Breach is that bad. I just wish I could have fucking played it on launch, but I couldn't. Because the game was so unbelievably buggy when it came out, it left a bad taste in my mouth. Spill the Pizzaplex? Yeah, no. That's not happening. There's like screens here, which I'm just gonna use these to simulate. I think that works. Yeah. Very, very strange room. I went to search Ennard instead of what I was actually gonna use for his mask. Which, there we go. I think I'll do sister location, and then I'm gonna build the FNaF 4 house as like a completely separate building. And then after that, I think I'm good. I don't think any more needs to be added to this. Motion trigger, circus gallery vent. What I should do is have a pressure plate in the middle of the vent, and that'd be so cool actually. I need to have a pressure plate in the middle of this and have it connected to some note blocks. It goes like do 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 do. That'd take a long ass time, but it'd be so cool. And then what am I gonna use for this end? There's like another thing on this side. I can't really make out what it's supposed to be, though. Oh, it's like a little speaker. Huh. Can I just, please just put it in the... No. Why would I be able to? That's fine. I think if I just threw a lever in here, I really don't think it'd look out of place. I forgot I don't have them out in the open in this room either, though. I'd rather pick block than open inventory and look for it. Yeah, that really doesn't even look that out of place here. I'm gonna put it here, though, so that it kind of looks like it's connecting to this pipe. There we go. And then there's a lot of weird things on the desk. I could use an eye blossom in here, actually. That'd be kind of cool. I haven't gotten to use one of those in like a build yet. I love pale oak, but I haven't gotten to use... I haven't made a build that uses resin or the eye blossoms yet. I love the creaking. He's such a cool mob. Yeah. It's actually more... The thing that that's supposed to be is actually kind of in this corner. Actually, no, yeah. It's kind of over this way, huh? Then there's like the weird people heads. Which I'll just use Steve heads for, I guess. How did... Oh, I see what I did. Okay. Because part of the pipe is like on the desk here. I guess Ennard is a fine choice from sister location. Not my choice personally, although it could be something weird like Yendo. That's going to be an interesting suit of armor to make, Ennard. I don't know how I'm going to do it, honestly. Like, Ennard needs to have his iconic mask, so I have this just here, which I guess will be that, because it needs to be a block I can place down, too, in the office. But for his body, I don't know. I think I'll probably just do chainmail and have, like, an armor trim in the middle out of redstone for his button. I don't know what else you could really do, honestly. Okay, I'm starting to get... I'm at a point that I need chests in this build, or I'm gonna have nowhere to put anything. I'll do a weathered copper one, actually. Let's throw it in the floor here. Or no, I don't want it in the... I don't want it in the floor. I'll just do one either side here. So I found him Foxy is a W, easy to make armor for. Yeah, I think most of them will be relatively easy. Maybe not Baby, because her design's so complex, but Funtime Freddy, Foxy, and Ballora I think will be okay to make. But I'll do that when I get to it. Did I throw my potion in the chest? I did. And then the lighting in here is just so weird. I know there's green torches, isn't there? There's copper torches now? Yeah. I guess I will do that. I didn't want to do it because I didn't want this ceiling to be too tall, but... W Funtime Foxy, not gonna lie. I love Funtime Foxy. I also love Lolbit. I'll include Lolbit somewhere in the build. I'll probably throw them in the private room. I know that's probably where like Ennard should be, but I'll put Ennard in the scooping room and I'll put Lolbit in the private room just because I don't know, I've always liked Lolbit. I know, well, Lolbit came before Sister Location, so Lolbit is not a recolored Funtime Foxy. Funtime Foxy is a recolored Lolbit. There we go. And then this one torch is like the lighting for the whole room, I think will work. Because it does need to be very dark. But yeah, Lolbit's always just been one of my favorites. Couldn't really tell you why, I just love the color scheme. And she's cool because she almost feels like she's not, well, I say she, I don't actually know what gender Lobot is. It's probably just like Foxy, where it's just completely ambiguous. But I've always thought Lobot is cool because she almost feels like she breaks the fourth wall in a way. Especially in Sister Location because like Lobot appears on your screen and then like she'll cover your actual computer screen and you have to type LOL on the keyboard to get rid of her. So Lobot's cool because I feel like it's breaking the fourth wall of the fact that it's a game. I got sidetracked talking. Is there anything else I really need to throw in here? I feel like there should be a little more stuff. Maybe have another pot with... Is this eye blossom closed because there's light in here now? Why'd the eye blossom close? I put in an open one. Did I? Didn't I? Am I crazy? I swear I put an open one in here. I did not mean to grab a... What did I grab? A lingering potion of infestation. Yeah, that's what I wanted. What does that even do? A potion of infestation? No, it's open. What the... I swear yeah, I did put an open one in there. Did it close? Because did I make the light level too high with this or something? I don't know how eye blossoms work. I haven't found a pale garden in my survival world yet. They're so fucking rare. I've got like 200 blocks from my 2,000 blocks from my spawn, and I can't find a fucking pale garden. I think it makes the mobs drop silverfish on death. That's odd. Probably a trial chamber thing, right? There are way too many times you can see Funtime Foxy referred to as both male and female on the screen. Yeah. So I don't know what Lobot is either. But I've always thought they're kind of neat. Yeah. I do want to add a little more to this room. Another flower pot, and then... I think the best thing to decorate it with would just be some flowers. Get a pale sapling, maybe? I don't even know what it looks like. That's kind of cool. Yeah. And then... I don't know, a cactus? No. Because I don't want to put, like, pretty flowers in the pots, but I've got to have something sitting on the desks. Because there's a lot of little trinkets and shit in this room. Lobot was a run ender in 1020. I can imagine. What did I just notice? There's a fucking poster on the glass in the window for Funtime Auditorium in Sister Location. There's a fucking poster on the glass to the window. How? I guess like it's just stuck on there with like tape, I imagine. That's goofy. Alright, I need to grab Malk, because I want to actually... I need to see what the lighting in this whole place looks like. They stapled it to the glass. It's like, have you seen that clip from The Amazing World of Gumball where Banana Joe takes the poster of his missing mom and he just tries to nail it through a window? Oh yeah, back here's really dark. I think in here I just want to have... I don't know where though. Yeah, I love that clip. I kind of wanted to have just a redstone torch in here and have it flicker. Not really sure how. I didn't leave a lot of room for redstone in here. I think maybe... Ooh. Hang on. I can do this here. Maybe. That lever shouldn't be affected. They might be. I can make it go over it, maybe? No, because that... Tight squeeze. Tight squeeze. Yeah, I love it. That was probably my... Looking back realistically, that was probably my favorite show when I was a kid. Was The Amazing World of Gumball. It's actually so reasonable. Alright, I need... Yeah, I don't think the levers are gonna matter. Like, the redstone's connecting to the levers, but... I don't know, because it doesn't loop now. Fuck. Shite. Okay, I'll figure something else out. I feel like this is more important than the door right now. Or no, I need one more block. I don't have one more block. Okay, hang on. There we go. Whoop. Oh, I messed up. I probably just broke it, huh? Yeah, I did. Ah! There, now I have that down here. But then how do I... What? Right, yeah, that would make sense, huh? Fuck! Like this, and then like this? No, because that doesn't... Barking connect. How do I do this? Because I don't have room above here now. I feel like that looks a little tacky, but I also feel like it looks in place for such a location. Probably just copium, but... There. Now it's just the one light down here flickering at the... Yeah. Needs to be very dim. Honestly, I feel like the soul torch might be a little too bright, but I want the lighting to be green. But if I do that, I feel like that's way better, isn't it? Like, I wanted to use the copper torch because it's green, but I feel like the lighting that the redstone torch gives is just way better. I think the copper torch is just too bright. Because it's a green light up here, but I feel like it's just too bright. This one, yeah, that one's better. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go to bed. Can't wait to see my actual goat, Funtime Foxy. I don't know if I'm gonna get that. I don't know how far I'm gonna get. I do need now. I need to. I think this room is pretty good. I think this room's good where it's at. I think if I added anything else, it might get a little crowded. I mean, the room itself is crowded as it is, but we'll have a good night in any case. Good night and good luck. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, because the room is very crowded. I do need... God, how am I going to do that? There's things here for... How am I going to do that? Because redstone isn't going to travel through that, is it? Can I even put a button on this? No, I can't. Why would I be able to? I think signal only travels through full blocks anyway, doesn't it? So even if I put like a fence and threw a button on top of it, I don't think it would actually even travel. No, you can't put a button on a fence. Why would you be able to? Can I put a lever? No. How am I gonna do this? It's a if I do a full block, I'll be able to. I think. Maybe. I think it'll have to be a full block. Here and here. Or I could have it built into this. I could do... Yeah, hang on. Won't this fucking... This is gonna hit the trap door, though. Everything in this room is just too crowded together. Because I could put it here, but it would hit the trap door. You know what I need? You know what would be really nice? Is if some update we got a wood type that wasn't affected by redstone. That'd be really nice. Because every type of door and every type of trap door is triggered by redstone. It will open or close if it's hit via redstone. I need a type that isn't. That'd be fucking lovely. Give me a wood type next update. That okay, I'll worry about this later. But I need to have a if it flips the trapdoor up, I guess whatever. But it needs to lead into the room to turn on light. And I guess if it flips the trapdoor open, whatever. I don't have space. I can make the room bigger, but the room in the game is very small and very claustrophobic. I could do like shit like this, but this just feels way more claustrophobic. There's no room in here now. If I do full blocks. So this seems like the best way to do the controlled shock buttons. And they will flip the trapdoor up too, but oh well. There's nothing I can really do about it. Because there's no room. If I put the button on this block, it'll just be way too far out of the way. So, we'll see. For now, though, I'm not going to worry about the auditoriums. I'm going to go do... this is like the circuit, the... Whoop. Did this oxidize? Because I didn't wax it? Yeah. Ugh. Or no, it's be honeycomb? Is what the thing is called? This was the one I wanted. This one's gonna have to wait a little longer then, I guess. I'll just wait until it oxidizes again and then do it. Instead of breaking it, and then I pick up everything in the chest, and then... I don't want to do that. I'll just let it oxidize again. Okay, so this will lead into the Circus Baby Gallery, which I also need to look up a reference for again. It's just a big room with a big window, right? Motion trigger, circus gallery event. Yeah, a lot of fucking glass. That's the thing, is that Sister Location has a lot of slanted walls that are very hard to achieve in Minecraft. This is size 1, 2, 3. So it can also be 3. Should I make it 4, maybe? This should be big enough. Maybe a little deeper, but... as for wideness of the room, this should be okay. The thing is, I could do slanted walls. The issue is... like, I could just do like this. But the issue is the windows that are on the walls as well. I can just do it like this. We'll see how it goes. There's also... I could do that with shelves. There's 4 lights in the ceiling as well. But it's just... not easy to do in Minecraft. I could do that. I think I could... I could do that with shelves. I think, yeah, I could do that with shelves. And then this should honestly be good. I'm gonna go back and get my... God damn it. This is gonna be annoying to traverse in survival. It's okay, it's kind of the point. You crawl super slowly everywhere. And then I want to get all the walls in place, and then I need to build the big-ass circus gallery, which we don't actually know what it looks like. So I'm going to make it completely black, and then have one light that activates when you hit a button. That will cause... Circus Baby to get shocked. Because she'll be in here. Give me tinted glass panes, please, Minecraft. I beg. I beg you for tinted glass panes. No, it'll have to be, yeah. I think I'll just use normal glass, honestly. Yeah, like that. And then I need to make a room that is a big like just a big square all around this. And then I'm just gonna make the walls, floor, and ceiling, everything in this said room just black concrete. But it's gonna make the illusion that there's actually a room. And obviously I'm not gonna make it super detailed, it's just gonna have Circus Baby relatively close to the window, and hopefully in enough darkness that hitting the light will actually still activate her. Whoops. Hopefully in enough darkness that you can't see her until, or you can't see her well at least, until you actually flip the button. But everything else in this room will just be black concrete. The floors, the walls, and everything. And I think I'll do one more just all around. Okay, this should be good. Or I'm gonna do it one more this way. Yeah, that should be big enough. Let me see from in here. If it's all black concrete, I think that should be big. Yeah, that should be big enough. And then hang on, let me figure. Because I'll need, yeah, like that too. Yep. Like, stupid? Maybe a little bit. Yeah. The only thing the only thing that's important is what the player's gonna see. So there we go. And then I'll finish this later, but everything out from this way will be just black concrete. And there's going to be so little lighting that I think it'll really sell the illusion that it's a really big room, but it's just so dark you can't see anything. Because everything in this little room is going to be made from it. Aside from, you know, Baby herself, which I will do much later. I'm not going to worry about adding the animatronics right now. Did I do this wrong? Okay, well. No, it should be even, right? Yeah. I don't know how I did that. Well, I mean, obviously I miscounted, but you know. Actually, no, I have no idea how I did that. The game did it completely on its own. I am never at fault, ever. 100% the game's fault. I don't know what happened. Okay. Game, thank you. I just gotta do the ceiling in this room and we'll be set. Honestly, I want to do it one more as well. Just because if I do it here flush with the window and then do one more there, it's going to be... It just makes it too obvious because you can see the block border. So I'll do this one higher just so that it's distanced a block away from the window. So that it's not... It needs to be... It cannot be obvious that this is just a room full of black concrete. If I do it this way, it makes it a lot less obvious that it's just a room of black concrete, and it gives the illusion that it's a much bigger room than it is. But, you know, if I do it with... If I do it like this... Here, I'll show you real quick. If I do it like this, and then go here and look up through the window, you can see the block border. It makes it just way too obvious. Honestly, there it does too, so I might fix that. Or no, am I crazy? Did I do it wrong on this side? I did do it wrong on this side. Okay, hang on. Such a minute little detail, but I feel like it makes all the difference. Because if I really wanted to, I could have made it one block deep and then just done black concrete and called it a day. But I don't want it to be obvious at all that that's all that this room is. Is that, oh, it's just a room full of black concrete. I want it to look like a very big, very deep and dark room that it's so dark that you just can't see any details of it, but the room is still there. But it's very difficult to get that level of true darkness in Minecraft, I feel. I'd love to have tinted glass panes, because I want to use glass panes for this. I don't want to use the full blocks of it, but they just don't work as well. I'm surprised we don't, honestly. Tinted glass is the only glass block variant in the entire game that doesn't have a pane, which is a pain. uh, but no, it is annoying. I wish we had tinted glass panes. Like, it's not that big a deal in like survival, because the main thing you'd be using tinted glass for is for mob farms. There, it's not really gonna matter because you don't. Most of the time, people probably don't care about how their mob farms look. I know I sure don't. I know some people probably do. They probably have like an aesthetic with their build that they'd like to keep intact. So there's probably a lot of people who like um who care about how their mob farms look. I don't, but I would like to have tinted glass panes in creative so that it just gave me more options when um building stuff. I don't know what I did here, but I don't think you're gonna be able to notice from the inside anyway. Yeah. And there now, like, you can't see the block borders. It feels like it's a really big room in there, but you can't really see the details. It'll be a lot better too once my night vision wears off. I got the proper lighting in here. Because I think most rooms in this building are going to be extremely dim. Like, because the rooms are so small too, at most they're going to have like one redstone torch lighting up the whole place. And that'll be it. That's the thing with Sister Location too. It's an extra. I mean, every FNaF game is pretty dark, but Sister Location especially has very, very limited lighting. It's like half the atmosphere of the game is the fact that the whole game is very, very dark. So, yeah. And the reason I'm making this desk out of trapdoors is so you can go under the desk. It's not gonna have the thing in front of it that you can close. Like, I mean, it probably could. Like, it probably could. But yeah, there you go. Now you can hide completely under the desk. There we go. So you can go completely under there if you want. Cool. It looks kind of ugly like that, but I don't know. I don't know what other blocks to use. It has to fit with the color scheme. I don't like the birch ones, honestly. Birch trapdoors. I think because they're kind of yellow. I feel like this one being pure white, I feel like it just matches with the color scheme a little better. And then, what else is really in here? There's a lot of pipes. Is there not a polished andesite wall? What is the one I used in here? Oh, it's tough. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's what I made the floor out of. That's... Then yeah, yeah, there's pipes that go here. I just realized I could probably use chains too, instead of just walls everywhere. Like if there's littler pipes, I could use chains for them. Might be better, honestly. Like not for pipes that bend, but for ones that go straight. So then I can do, and no, not really. I could do it like that. Yeah. And then there's a couple little guys in here. I don't know how I'm gonna do them. I don't think I can put a chest in here actually, because there's only one full block, and it's in the middle here, and the middle is where you need to crawl. I was gonna throw a chest in here, hidden away, but I don't think I can. Yeah, because this technically, this isn't a full block now, because the trapdoor's here. So, I guess I could tuck one away in a different corner, but I'll just go back here. I want to put away some of this shit. I want to make sure this, I mean, it hasn't oxidized yet. I want to make sure this chest isn't, it wasn't. I did not mean to do that. Now I have to wait for it to fully oxidize again. Whatever. I need shelves. Which will go like... Ah, I didn't leave room. Okay, you know what? I'll just... No. And it's blue, green, red, and orange. And then it's only 4 blocks, but no, I don't want copper. It's only 4 blocks, or 4 lights in the game, but to make it symmetrical, I'm just gonna do 5, and I'll make the one on the very end purple. Or I fucked up. There. Just to make it all symmetrical. And then I think I should have room up here. Yeah. And there's that little light up there. I'll make Circus Baby's little poster later. There's just so many teeny tiny little details that are basically impossible to cram in here. Like, goddamn, Scott. I will actually. Hi, welcome, FM901. Welcome. I hope I said that right. No, I think I'll just leave it the way I had it before. Or now I have room to do that, yeah. Now I have room to do that. Because I like the pipes actually going like into the wall fully. Normally I'd use lightning rods for this, but I don't think there's going to be any room for copper in most of the rooms. They just, oh, well, I mean, very niche situations here, but for the most part, I don't think copper is going to work too well. Yeah, I don't want that there, because that's the exact same pattern as the other side. So let's do this here. Who is your favorite guy? I assume you mean animatronic. I'm basic. I like Springtrap. I don't know if I like that there. It just feels out of place. If I have to have a lot of storage, I'd like to keep it hidden. But I just don't know where to put all this shit. I end up with so much shit and I don't want any of it. Can I maybe... hang on. There, that's not too obvious there. Especially not when I do the actual lighting. Nobody's gonna look up over at that, come on. Mine's either Toy Bonnie or Rockstar Bonnie. Interesting picks. I don't hear anyone talk about their Rockstars ever. They're cool characters. Alright, so I need... yeah, up here I need to do another thingy. Because up here I'll have a light. I like saying Buddy instead of Freddy. Oh, so it was Rockstar Freddy instead of Bonnie. I thought it was just a typo or autocorrect. Okay. Rockstar Freddy's still an interesting pack though. Maybe slightly less niche than Bonnie, but still cool. It's a unique answer. I never hear anybody talk about the Rockstars. I don't really like them, to be honest. I don't think most people do. Hello? Work with me here. Oh, I built it backwards. Nah, my bad. He's funny. I feel like most people like him because of please deposit 5 coins. Rockstar Bonnie's neat too. The Rockstars are okay. They're just not like my favorites. Whoops. There we go. And that's, yeah, centered. Okay, cool. Do you know BFDI? I don't, can't say I do. Oh, is that a Battle for Dream Island? That's what that stands for? Yeah. I know of it. I've heard of it, but I've never really had like an interest in it. I need a, I need a fucking trash can down here pronto. I have nowhere to put anything. I suppose I could make one of these one. So, do I even need, can I just do a bunch of toppers just down? Do I even need to do a pattern, or can it just be a bunch of hoppers? Oh, it was working. Because the thing is, I want it deep enough that I don't have to hear the tick constantly. You know Madagascar? Yes, I've seen Madagascar. You probably do, yeah. I saw it when it came out, I believe. I'm old. So this will come all the way down here into a dispenser. That's... Are you a fan of Madagascar? I need more room. There's nothing in here. No, there is shit in here. I need one more block of room. That's so annoying. I played the game in 100% and it's a third. I feel like that's a pretty old game. Okay, stop. I don't want to... And then this will just dispense it into a big-ass lava pit. And the reason I did it so low is just because I don't want to hear the dispenser constantly going, and I don't want to hear the lava constantly bubbling. It's on the Wii, yeah. So a relatively old game by today's standards. Good shit though. I love hearing people say they're still playing games that old. So this should get rid of everything now. Like 100% of the time. There we go. So I just have a trash can to get rid of everything. That really annoys me. I can still hear it from up here, though. I guess I should have dug it deeper, huh? Ugh. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, huh? Yeah, I can still hear it all the way up here. Really? I thought I built it far down enough. Do I have to do it further? Ugh. We'll go deeper then. Because I don't want to hear the constant ticking of it. There. What's up, dude? Welcome, Scott Loveheart. Welcome. I'm currently building probably the most boring part of the thing, so sorry you had to join during this. I just need a trash can to just dump all my garbage into. And it has to be, I have to do it deep enough that I don't have to listen to the constant ticking of it. Pikmin, good like the first one. The second one was good. Okay, never mind. They're all good. Before is newer and it's good. I've never played any Pikmin game. Ever. I wasn't really a Nintendo kid. So I wasn't really super into any Nintendo games. So even as an adult, I'm not. It's the most impractical thing you could ever build in survival, by the way, but good thing it's not survival. Or if you're just rich. I'm sure if you have an iron farm, not really. Yeah, I'm on a PlayStation. Always have been. Watch, I fucked up one of these hoppers and now it's going into the stone wall instead of where I need it to go. Okay, this should be deep enough that I won't hear the ticking anymore. I hope. If it's somehow not, I'm gonna lose it. Like and subscribe you must. Thank you, I appreciate it. Or no, I'll just do it, yeah, like that. Click on this, you must. What? Don't be sending no risky links in my chat. Oh, it would make sense if There we go. Oh, am I picking it up as it's dropping? Rick Astley. The legend himself. Alright. Okay, that's honestly overkill, but there we go. Yeah, honestly, that's way overkill, but whatever. Now, you can't hear it. Alright, now my bro has my Minecraft, so can you show me a baby mob? I don't have that yet, because the update's not fully out, and that's only on... Um... The update's not fully out, and that's only on, What is the fucking thing called? Java! It's only on Java through a snapshot right now. Of course it hits the thing, too. Ugh. Okay, I can do it that way. And I can have it... It should connect if I... Let me see here. I hope this works. That still hits that? How is that flipping that up? What? Go this way. How is that hitting that? What? It's because redstone travels through full blocks. Okay, this is This is the sister location down here. It's below everything. I can show you the whole building if you'd like. But that's annoying that hits that. Minecraft, just give me a wood type that's unaffected by redstone. Or give me like a substance like honey to apply to wood to make it unredstoneable. Cause that's so annoying. How about that? Does that work? I won't actually know. Let's leave it back around here and look at it. Yeah, it's cause it's traveling through like the full block. That's I can't use a redstone torch because that'll emit light. Unless I do this. Or no. This. And then hitting this button should turn that on. Or no, it has to be against the wall. I love redstone. Because that won't trigger that now, will it? No, it will. Okay, perfect, cool. Alright. Nice. Okay, epic. And I just need that to loop around here. Honestly, that might just work on its own, low-key. Because if it's a redstone torch, the only thing I need it to do is emit light. So that might work just fine. Moved it in a different direction. I think I got it. Okay, so you can't see that. Like, it emits light, but okay, okay. So I can still do what I want it to do. Because that emits light there, but it's completely hidden in this corner. So... I then need it to lead... up here. And hit a lamp. That's right here in the middle. Why does that not work? Okay, hang on. Second, are you using mods? Nope. I am on Bedrock on my PlayStation. There are no mods. If I had mods, I'd just turn on Fulbright instead of give myself a potion of night vision every 3 seconds. Why does that not work now? I swear, didn't that just work a second ago? Didn't that... What? I literally just tested that and that worked. What? Huh? I swear, didn't I just test that? Or is it because I brought it over here? Yeah, that's fucking why I'm an idiot. Oh my god. Okay, interesting, very niche problem here. The space here is just too cramped. Will it travel through a full block behind it? No. Well, no, it's on this block. No. Weird problem here. Bane's Rare fix the redstone. Well, I don't think redstone needs fixing. It's just that I don't know. I don't know how to do it very well. It's just that this is a very, very tight place to be in. I could just... No, I can't. Because the way I made the desk. Ugh. How am I gonna do that? Because I think it's leading into the wall. So if I have the button... Can you move the button? I mean, I can. This is just where I wanted it, so I want to see if I can make it work here before I move it somewhere else. I don't want it to be too far out of the way from the rest of the office. But maybe if I can make the redstone circle around and lead straight into the wall. No. Probably would if I did it here, huh? Why? Why does it not work here? But it work. Oh no, does that work? Am I stupid? Oh, it does work. Yeah, okay, that will work. That will work. Okay. And I want this light to be higher anyway. It needs to be like actually up in the ceiling. Out of kind of out of view up here. Okay. I had so many awesome worlds on my 360 Minecraft, but I was not able to import them to my Xbox One, so now they only exist in my memory. That's the exact same thing with this world on my PlayStation 3. Which is why I'm rebuilding it like this now. I had the exact same situation. Yeah, I had so many worlds on my PS3 that are just lost now. Yeah, it's a real bummer. Alright, I could probably make this go like up into the ceiling to actually hide it a little better. So it actually ends up getting tucked behind this wall. On this PS5? No, on my PS3. Not on this PS5, no. On the PS3 I had as a little baby child. But I had to get rid of that PS3, and I wasn't able to transfer the worlds over. So they only exist in my memory now. Well, I'm rebuilding the old world. This FNaF world that I'm rebuilding is one that I used to have on my old PS3. Before I had to get rid of said PS3 and the world along with it. Can you please make a FNaF world? That's what this is. The whole world is FNaF themed. This is just sister location down here. I'd be happy to show you the entire world if you'd like. Surely this dies at some point, yeah. There we go. Oop, what did I do? There we go. A FNaF world. How would I do that? mean, you could just look at the map and then make it, but there's not... FNaF World is just... That feels like I'd just be doing a bunch of biomes. I'm gonna fill this back in here. Now this should all work beautifully. And the way this room is framed, it's like perfectly, you can't really see. Yeah, the way this room is framed, like you just perfectly can't really see the wiring. I mean, you can if you... I think if I drink this, you won't be able to, though. You know. And then hit button, and bam. Then it'll shine the light in that room. Which eventually I'll put Circus Baby in there, but I'm not going to right now. And then, yeah, there's this light flickering up here. You can hide under the desk and close the desk up, so you can hide from the Biddy Babs down here. Yeah. I think this room should be pretty much done now. And this is like the controlled shock button. Okay. That should be this room done. Do you witch Family Guy? I assume you meant to say watch. I mean, I used to. Not really so much now. But, you know, I did. Okay, cool. I feel like it's almost too dark. But... it's kind of Sister Location's whole thing, right? It's very, very dim. Okay, cool. And this is the... I think I want to take a break from the building aspect and make some of the accessories. I need to make a little celebrate poster. And I guess I can make Baby. Would you be down to make it? Make what? The Family Guy house? I mean, it probably wouldn't take me long. Alright. I need to look at a reference for Baby so I can make this better. I also need to look at all the armor trims because I don't remember what they are. I think I have a decent idea in my head of what Baby looks like. Yeah, what I really need to look at is the armor trims. And remind myself what they look like. I guess I wish I could do redstone, but I guess for the helmet, the next best thing I could do is copper. Like, I'd like to do redstone, but there's redstone armor trims, but not, you know, redstone armor. I could do, what is that, tide? Tide armor trim, and then redstone. There. And then... I think I'll do Dune for the body. That should be the one that works the best. I did not mean to grab iron bars. There we go. Then for the pants... there isn't one that really works as a skirt. I guess maybe snout? Yeah, kinda. Eh. Probably the best I'm gonna get. And then I'll read that chat message in 1 second. There's not really one that completely changes the color of the boots. I'll do copper and ward and redstone. There. Okay, let me open chat back up so I can read this message that was sent. Do you watch The Amazing Digital Circus? I do. It's one of the only shows I actually watch now. I did not want to give you that. Ah! There. There. That's baby. Best I can do with how limited the armor stands really are. Good, what I do. Okay. I think I'm liking how it's coming along so far. I think I'm gonna empty this chest of all the trash and dump it all into the other one. Oh God, do your eyes give out when you're tired? I'm not sure. Well, if your eyes are doing that, then you probably should go to bed. Might be a good idea. So yeah, and then this chest will be where I keep all the sister location armor and junk. And baby will be... Ugh. I have night vision, what am I doing? Right. Yeah, right above the light here. Yeah, it's because there's a big ginormous light in front of my face. Yeah, looking at a screen for a long time sure doesn't really help either. There. Yeah, I mean, you can still see baby in there, but, you know, the light still works. Okay, cool. I wish I could have incorporated the blue of her design into the armor stand, but that's just way too. I need to give her a microphone too, actually. I never noticed the eyes on that glow. That's so cool. I don't think they will in her hand, luckily. Oop, my bad. Oh, they do. That's annoying. Might work though. It's kind of like, I don't know. I never knew the eyes on that glue because I've never held it in a dark room before. There, now it's away from her face. Yeah, whatever. It adds, not like a plant light. Oh. Yeah, it's fair too. I'll need room for... Yeah, okay. I'll have room in this chest. So I'll have Baby, Funtime Freddy, Funtime Foxy, Laura entered, and then I'll have slots here for like other stuff. I want to make... There's posters too. I need to make like a little celebrate poster. Not really sure how though. Is there a pose that makes her look shut down? I think the second one's probably the best one, but it makes the microphone cover her face. Like this one's probably the best one for like a shut down kind of pose. Where like she's kind of slouched over a little bit. But if I do that, the microphone covers her face. Which I guess is fine. Yeah. That's the pose I had her in originally. I didn't want it to cover her face, but I looked at... Instead of looking at this as like eyes, I saw it as like the ruffles that are on the edge of her mic. And now it doesn't look as bad. Okay, can I... There's not a lot of room for stuff down here. Because I'll also need... I don't want to go all the way back up every time. So somewhere down here I need a loom, an anvil, and a... I need a loom, I need an anvil, and I need a smithing table. But I just don't know where to put all that. What, the hammer is the mic? The mace? I don't think that'd work. Maybe? No, I think that's way too big, is the thing. It's just way too big. That'll work. I think that's fine. And even if the trial key does have glowing eyes, it kind of gives more atmosphere to the room, I think, because of how dark the room is. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I guess I could put that stuff in here. No. I just don't want to pull away from the room. I'll find somewhere to put it. I'll find somewhere to put all that stuff. I just don't want to... When I have to go make that stuff, I don't want to go all the way back up here. Because that's what this room was for, but I don't want to come all the way back. I guess it's not that far of a trek. But whatever. I'm making Ballora, I will. I will have every room that we know of in such a location. So down here is like right where you get off the elevator, and then the elevator's already open because technically it's already went down. This is the vent that you go into to get into the main area. And then obviously this vent leads to the circus gallery. This will go to Ballora Gallery. This will go to the Funtime Auditorium. At the back of the Funtime Auditorium, there's the Parts and Service room. At the back of the Ballora Gallery, there's the boiler room. And then I also have to do the private room and the scooping room and just all this shit. This is good. Thank you. I think I'm happy with it so far. I think I'm gonna do the I'm gonna do Funtime Auditorium first. Just because I feel like it might be a little more simple. Or no, that's Funtime, the Ballora Gallery. Because this is honestly just a big empty room. It's a big empty room with one little stage for Ballora, and then at the very back is the at the very back is the boiler room. I'm not really sure how big I actually want to make it. Because I feel like in FNaF it's massive. Is there an official image? Let me look. Is there an official image of the actual Ballora Gallery? Ooh, there is one. It really is just a big room. That's all it is. It really is just there is an official image of the full Ballora Gallery. It really is just a big empty room with a stage. Which, I mean, makes sense, because this isn't the place where the kids go to see the animatronics. It's the place where you go to preview them to rent them. It's basically a giant warehouse, so it makes sense that it'd be just a massive empty room with one little stage in it for Ballora, and that's it. Because it's the Ballora Gallery. It's a big empty warehouse with a stage on it where you view Ballora. But that's kind of it. Why is there black concrete here? Oh, because that's where... Oh, okay. That's fine. Ugh. The hallway is going to be cool. This room's going to have to be, like, pitch dark. Completely black. Nothing in here. Except for this redstone, which will... Actually, I will leave it like that, the way it was. I'll probably make the walls out of black concrete, too. But I need to have... This redstone's going to be annoying. I'll worry about the redstone later. I need it to loop from this, but I need it to go from this button on the desk here. Oh fuck. I need it to go from this button on the desk here all the way around. Yeah, I'll figure out how to... Well, I'll figure that out later, I guess. I just pick block stone and then replace stone with stone. Alright. This is gonna be one big ass room. Full of nothing. One big room full of nothing. Because I don't get bad bitches. Alright, let me just fuck around here. That should be big enough. You know animatronic? I do. I used to watch her stuff so much when I was... I still do, actually. I still do when I go rewatch some of her older stuff every now and then. I think she has gone back to uploading semi-regularly, so whenever she does, I check back in on her videos, too. She's half of what inspired me to start doing YouTube in the first place. I don't make that kind of content anymore, but... like, half the reason I made my own YouTube channel was because... of her channel. But I don't do, like, that kind of review content anymore. Man, this is invigorating, isn't it? This is the unfortunate thing about this location having to be underground, is I have to dig all this out. Also, for some reason, this feels extremely slow. Like, I feel like I could enchant a pickaxe with efficiency 5 and get this done faster. Does it input faster if I'm moving? I think it does. That's weird. Yeah, it inputs more if I'm moving or looking around. That's so odd. Do I like cool whip? No, actually. I'm honestly not a big fan of it. This should be big enough. I feel like it should be wider this way. Like, way wider. Because there needs to be a lot of room for Belora's stage. Do I hit a wall here? Okay, this is where this starts, so I'll do it that far out. Okay. Oop, I fucked up. That's okay. Why'd you put so much emphasis on the H? Because that's the way you typed it. And because you were talking about Family Guy earlier, I assumed you were referencing that. God, this is so annoying. This is why I don't build underground. But it has to be. I mean, it doesn't have to be. It's my world. I can do whatever I want. But I want its sister location to be underground. But God, is this annoying. I don't really like building underground anyway because of this. There we go. TNT, I don't think that would have the result that I want it to. TNT is too messy and too inconsistent. I think if I use TNT, I just blow up half the building that I've spent so hard working on. Alright, this should be good. This should be good. Because honestly, I don't think the Ballora Gallery is that big. It just feels like it's really big, because... it just feels like it's really big because you're supposed to be sneaking through the whole thing. And then you have to stop every once in a while, too. So I think it feels a lot bigger than it is. But... I mean, I probably could make it way bigger, but I don't see a need to. I feel like that would just take so long for essentially no reason. Yeah. I was debating actually making the room out of black concrete or not, but I'm like... It needs to be extremely dark, is the thing. I was gonna use gray for a second. And I was like... I just don't think that would sell how dark the room is supposed to be. Because this shit is pitch black. Is like the point. So... Just, I feel like if I used... I feel like the only way to get that true, complete pitch black look... in Minecraft is to use black concrete. I don't think you're gonna achieve the right look any other way. This is also, like, I have to kind of come up with it as I go, because this is the first room in the entire place that is not me rebuilding something that I've already built in the past. Because, well, I've kind of, actually no, because I kind of rebuilt the entire FNaF 2 and 3 offices from scratch. But I still had some kind of foundation. But when Sister Location came out, I did try to build it. But at the time, what am I? Yeah. Super Flat Worlds only went 3 blocks deep. So it was really difficult to try to build this location under the place. So, I mean, I tried. It just didn't turn out good because I only had 2 blocks to work with before I hit bedrock. You play the Ballora song for a second. Which Ballora song? The one that she plays, like in the game. Yeah. Well, I can't put like Spotify on while streaming. I could put it on technically, but I'd have to use my phone speaker. And I don't think that sound very good. Plus, I'm using my phone currently to read chat anyway. Can I stop breaking like the wrong block? Not mad at me. See, I'm locked in though, and I don't want to be. I don't want to get distracted. Why is this here? What is this? What? Oh! I know what this is. Okay. That's so weird that it's connected over here. This is above where FNaF 2 is now. That's so weird. That's weird. I literally dug that hole just to see how deep the world is, to see if I'd have enough space. And now I'm here building this location down under it. That's so funny. How much room do I even still have to work with? I'm curious. I'm never running out of space. There's no way. I did make the world like super deep. Probably way more than I ever would need to, but I wanted to make sure I had enough room. Can you please say stubborn jackass in Shrek's voice? You don't want to hear me try to do a Shrek impression, I promise. If there's one accent I can't do, it's Scottish, which people don't understand because I'm Irish, but I can't do it well, I promise you. You're a smart fella, Dad? What? What? What if I'd rather be fart smella? You're either born a smart fella or you live long enough to see yourself become the fart smella. Which one are you? Leave it in the comments. Family Guy reference. Oh. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna get that one. If it's not from like old-ish Family Guy, then I'm probably not gonna get it. I've never heard that in my life. It's not that new. Well, that's what I mean though. Like if it's not that old either, then probably not gonna know it. Because the only Family Guy I ever watched was maybe up to like 2012. Evan, I hate to be rude in any way, but how old are you? Because you strike me as someone who may be too young to watch Family Guy. Just throwing it out there. This is one watching. Did he leave because I asked that? There's no fucking way. There's actually no way. Oh, we didn't. That'd be crazy. It dropped. The view count dropped from view 2 to 1 though. Oh, there you go. Okay, so that means yes. It's okay. I watched Rick and Morty when I was in like middle school, so. But I wish my parents kind of didn't let me, you know. Like I did watch it. I had the access to do it, but like I probably shouldn't have at the age, but whatever. God, what am I doing here? I can't do anything neat and tidy, can I? Okay, I'm fine. I'm just saying that like you probably shouldn't be. Motion trigger. Circus gallery event. Your Family Guy is way more kid-like. Probably because they realize that's their... No offense. Probably because they realize that's their fucking target audience now. Or it just changes with the times. I don't know what new Family Guy is like. I haven't watched it in forever. It grew stale to me. Doesn't feel like a show anymore. It feels like fucking Cutaway Simulator. And it's just they're constantly doing new bits to keep the viewer entertained because the average Family Guy viewer of today has the attention span of Goldfish. I was quoting a thing that popped in my head. in such a location when you go through the vent, there's a voice that goes, "Motion trigger, circus gallery vent," and it is a vocal stem I have. Family Guy got hooked? Oh, my family got hooked on Family Guy? I don't know. I mean, I used to watch it, but I feel like it fell off a long time ago. Yeah, I'm not cool enough to do it that fast. Or your family got you hooked. I feel like once you've seen enough Family Guy episodes, you've seen every Family Guy episode. It's like the same thing half the time to me. A lot of the earlier episodes have a lot of charming character to them, and then you get far enough in, and it's just kind of the same thing over and over. And this will be where the boiler room is. Else you probably do a dark oak door. I think the dark oak doors are they're too nice though. Like I like this one because it feels like a very shady door. Am I pop watch all of it? I mean, sounds nice. Okay, so I need to have. Can redstone just straight up travel through full blocks? Or does it have to be from the source that it starts from? I don't know. Let's find out, gamers. No. I forgot that fucking does that too. It's annoying. If I did it one more block over, it wouldn't, but we'll see. I could just have it here, but if I do them here, because I need a full block to transmit the signal, but I feel like if I do it here, like this, it's just going to be, this room's going to be too crowded. But I think that's probably the best way to do it, too, at the same time. How am I going to do this? Because that doesn't work. Nope, that doesn't work. You're funny like the fat man. That's the thing, though. Peter is not funny. That's the thing. No, see, because that's... Ah! How am I going to do this? Because I need this covered up. Which leaves me pretty much no room to work with except for going directly down. But that won't work. Because I can have them like this and have just put a button here, and then that shines the light into there. I can have it reach there, but the thing is, I don't have room. Hmm. Because I can do that, but then when I put this back, it cuts it back off. Are there polished, tough slabs? Please. Please. Yes! 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 Thank you, Minecraft! Thank you, Minecraft! Thank you, Minecraft! Oh my god, you're a lifesaver. Thank you, Minecraft. Okay, now we're good. I didn't know if there were or not. Thank you, Minecraft. Prayers answered. Prayers answered. I'll throw it over. Nope, I'll throw it over here too. What's your real name? Uh, Not sure I should disclose that on the internet. Why do you want my real name? Is the real question. Is why do you want my real name? That's what I want to know. All right. I'm at sort of a roadblock here. I don't know what I want to do. So I can call you by it. You can just call me Klein then. My online name. You can just call me that. I think I want to build below a stage. I guess there's so many directions I can go in that I'm sort of like overwhelmed, you know. Also trying to think of how I might do the redstone. And then it'll go from here and then I'll lead it like through the wall over this way. I have to bring it this way because this way breaks into the circus gallery. So I'll have to go this way up into the wall and then up onto the ceiling where there will be a light above the Ballora stage. That's how I'll do that. Can I guess? I don't think you'll ever guess my name, but go for it. I'd love to see what name you think I am. Alright, can I get a good image of Ballora stage? Actually, I have like fucking 5 DMs I need to respond to. Hang on. I'm blowing up right as I'm doing anything other than bed rotting. Okay, I'm back. So that's right. I was gonna Google. I was gonna Google a image of the Ballora gallery or Ballora stage itself. It's really just black and purple. Black with a purple wall at the back. So I guess that's what I'll do. Got it. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pew. And does this have a center block that I can put her on? Yeah, she can go right here. Cool. I hate my metal bones. My bones and gears creaking. My chest forever cold. A cold and maddening descent, descending down so far. Or farther till there's nothing left. I'm left here in the dark. The dark. I dance to forget. Boop 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 boop. I love that song. There. Actually, I'm gonna make the whole thing out of... Or I'll make the whole outline out of gray concrete. I guess I can fill it in with black, but... Dude, did I close my stream on accident? No, I just can't. I don't have eyes, apparently. Phil. Who's Phil? I need purple. Can you sing the Ballora song? I know you're not sure. What, Ballora's music box song? You want me to sing the music box? That's too light, actually. Is there purple terracotta? Purple terracotta. Where purple terracotta? Oh, here it is. That's not purple. I mean, I don't know how it... I don't know from memory how it goes. I don't know from memory how the Ballora music box thing goes. If I did, I would hum it, but I don't know how it goes. And there we go, guys. That's Ballora. She's done. Don't do that. I think I could do... Isn't there a pose that's kind of like... Yeah, it's this one. That's how Ballora will be, but... I actually think I want to have her tilted towards the office. So that when you shine the light, you'll see a little... You'll see her a little better. You'll see her a little better. You know? I see it, and then my brain says, click it again anyway. There you go. There. Now, like when you're in the office, you'll see her just a little better. And then, yeah. I gotta wire the redstone. Everybody's favorite part. The most fun part is wiring the fucking redstone. I'm so excited to do that. This location, this location is gonna have so much fucking redstone by the time it's done. Do you know Poppy Playtime song? Not from memory. And that goes for all of them. Any of them. I don't know any of them from memory. Maybe one, but not the whole thing. Okay, how am I gonna... I need to get into... There we go. I need to break the floor for a minute. I hate the floor. There we go. Because I need to lead this into the wall here. And then in the wall, it'll go into the ceiling. And then it'll go from the window to the wall until the sweat drops down my balls. And then we'll see. How high does this need to go? Here we go. Okay, cool. A lot higher than I thought. Can you take me higher? to a place where blind men see. Pianosaurus, can you play just for us? What if he doesn't want to? That'll be next project. I'm just gonna build all of Playtime Co. That's too big. That's what I like about FNaF, is that building the entire restaurant is actually feasible. Like, if I wanted to build the entire Playtime Co. factory, it'd take me a millennia. Yeah, have that extended a little bit. When did it cut off here? Okay, and then the light immediately above Ballora. There we go. Somewhere over this way. I'll find it, don't worry. I should be getting close. You schmeckle. Can you do har har har? Or. Bam. There we go. Yeah, biggest brain moment of my life right there. Okay, cool. One to one. Thank you, thank you. Now, bam, bam, and bow. There. Cool. It might look better once I have all the lights off. Let's see. Okay, it's still pretty bright in there, but I think that's just because I have my gamma all the way off. Or I have my gamma all the way up, I mean. Just for building. If I turn it back down, it'd probably look a little... teeny tiny bit better. But yeah, I think that looks good. This is kind of annoying me. Like, it made sense in concept, but it's just... Because it's the way the windows are divided in the game, but... Like, it's just annoying me at this point. I think it's the way the windows are in the game, but I think it'd look better if they just weren't there. There we go. Cool. And then, yeah. Do you realize I'm saying yo? I do, I kept assuming it was a typo. I now see that it's probably intentional. Ugh. Ugh. I wish I didn't have work tomorrow. At least it's my Friday. I gotta reply something. Okay. And I don't know. It's getting kind of late. I might leave it there, low key. I guess I'll make Ballora herself. What time is it for you? It's 2:22 a.m. Which I mean isn't that late, but I still have some things I need to do before EP time. So let me see. What was the one I used on baby? I want to use the same one for Ballora's hair. What was the one I used? That was called Tide. Okay, cool. So I need... I could dye thing blue. Yeah, I'll do that. A leather helmet. What do you do for work? I work at a pizza place. It's very fun. No, it's not. I didn't grab the lapis. Like FNaF? Yes, exactly. Exactly like FNaF, except there's no animatronics and it's boring as hell. And I need to look at an image of Ballora. I feel like her top is gonna be really difficult. Or not Ballora. I know what Ballora looks like. I need to look at the armor trims again. I think the closest one might be Wayfinder. And even then, that's kind of pushing it, but... Whoop. And then Ballora's skirt is purple, isn't it? It's 4 a.m. You should probably go to sleep. No, at this point, I think I'm gonna do something here in a minute. And then I'll just give her her blue shoes. And I'm gonna grab an... I'm not at all. I am too. I'm basically nocturnal at this fucking point. I actively struggle to fall asleep unless the sun is up. No, not the boots! Fuck, I gotta go down there and get them now. I didn't mean to throw the boots away. Where is it? Where is it? What? Wait, I'm so confused. Because this one's full. What? Did it break somewhere? No, what? Huh? Where? Where's what I just threw in there? Oh my god, whatever, I don't care. Make Ballora dab. I'm not making anybody dab. So maybe a little bit. I'll make a little bit dab when I do a little bit. I'll make her dab. Okay. Forgot about Funtime Freddy. Yeah, he'll be next, but I don't think tonight he'll be. I don't think I'm gonna be doing him tonight. I think I'm gonna throw the armor on Ballora and I'll probably call it quits there. Whoop. Yep, there's Ballora. Kind of annoys me that you can see the bottom of her feet that are brown, but there she is. How did I end up with 2 chest plates? What? I came down here with 1. Huh? Okay. It probably duplicated because I took it off for some reason. I kind of wanted to do her mini arenas around her, but I don't know how. I feel like there's nothing quite small enough. I could do copper golems, maybe? Let's see here. There we go. I guess those will work for her mini arenas. Probably better than anything else. You make a body bab. I don't know what I'd use for them though. I wouldn't just want to use the same thing as the copper columns. You compose them? Yeah, you didn't know that? There, here, hang on. Look, it's a bitty bab. I'm not gonna do that. I kind of hate the bitty babs. I don't want them anywhere. No, yeah, you can pose you can pose them. The copper columns. See it there. Now she has all of her mini arenas. Oh, it saved the pose? That's crazy. That's crazy. You pick the block on one that's posed and it'll save that pose. That's so interesting. Like if I pick block this one, it has a different icon in your inventory. That's so interesting. That's so interesting that it saves that data. But yeah, I think I'll leave that here for now and then. We'll have the boiler room to do. There's a lot to do. There's the boiler room, and then there's the scooping room. And then there's the boiling room, there's the scooping room, and then I have to do the whole fun time auditorium. I have to do like I guess like the repair room that's all the way back there. And then I have to do like the repair room, I have to do the private room. So this location's gonna be pretty big. This is already above where FNaF 2 is. Which FNaF 2 is all the way over there, that way. I can open it, you can get a scale of how big this location starts here and it goes over there. So that's already how big it is under the ground. This is the whole building, by the way. I'll just fly up and show the entire building. Hey, please do a battle for Dream Island reaction. Probably not. I don't really have any interest in it. I feel like if I did a reaction video to something that I don't care about, it'd be pretty boring. Respectfully. Like, I know a lot of other people like it. I just don't. I don't understand it. But anyway, yeah, this is holy crap, yeah. This is the entire building from the outside. So yeah, pretty big. And this is location already, just in this first episode of building it. It starts here and it already stretches over there. And I'm not done with it at all. Yeah, big ass building. And this is location. It's actually under the bathroom here. This is a bathroom and it's underneath the toilet here. You press this, it pulls out the water, and you go down. So, oh yeah, I was gonna add a few blue terracotta details to the circus gallery. So funny, episodes drop quirky characters. Episodes drop quickly and characters are great all episode long. It doesn't seem like my thing. Now there's some detail in here. Just to break up the monotony a little bit. If you ever want to start it, start with BFDI. I'll keep that in mind if I ever want to watch it, which frankly will probably be never. Why is this off again? This eye blossom. Is it because do they only bloom in the dark or something? Does it close because I have this light on in here? Goofy. But yeah, I think I'll leave it here for now. You go down here, elevator. This is the main elevator. Leads into this vent that leads into the main office. I should add a pressure plate down here with an item with a note block. I'll do that later, or eventually. But I will do it. When do you think you're going to make the next one? I have no idea. I kind of just stream, right? I don't have a real stream schedule, which probably isn't a great idea, but I don't really have a set schedule in mind. I kind of just stream whenever I feel like doing it. Could be tomorrow, could be a week from now. I have no idea. But yeah, we have full. After every stream, I do a full recap of everything I built. So you got on here to the main elevator. Here is main elevator. It just leads down to this vent here. Crawl through the vent into the main office. You've got all the trinkets and stuff in here. And there's a small fan, big fan in the middle. And then you go through this vent to the circus gallery, which has all these really dark rooms. And there's Baby here in the middle, which you can control shock her. And then there's this desk that's here that you can hide under the desk from the Biddy Babs here, as you can. And then you go in here to the Ballora gallery. And I mean, as it is in the game, it's just a big empty room. But Ballora's here with all her mini arenas. And of course, there's the button here to control shock her as well. Or really just shine. I really only have the light button, because I don't know how I'd really do a controlled shock in game, but yeah, you have the button. Yeah, it's a recap of everything. I wanna rename this again. This is such an insignificant detail, but I want to. Because if you didn't know, when you name like a chest, is that like when you open it, like how it says copper chest. My fucking bad, sorry. That's annoying. Ooh, $1. Dollar is spelled with an A, by the way. There, now it's called trash can. Now if I go here and put it down, it actually says trash can. Can't type right now. Probably because it's 4 a.m. for you and you should probably go to bed. Yeah, I like how it's coming along so far. It's very nice. Before I end stream, Evam, sorry. Would you like to see rest of building? Because I'd be glad to give you a small tour real quick. Because there is a lot of it. Or if not, if not, I'll just end it here. Okay. I don't have to. I don't have to, it's fine. You'll probably see most of it eventually. Okay. Yeah, so walk in here, this main room with the cash register, and they have the book here for if they have a reservation. And then here is, of course, the main stage. We have Bonnie and Freddy and Chica here. Then Foxy's over here in his corner. The out of order sign, and then on the other side it actually says it's me. I thought that was cool. Then and here's the backstage. You've seen this a few times because I've had to run back here, but that's all it is really. It's just a backstage area. The animatronics back here are built like this because when I first made the world, I didn't have armor stands. They weren't in the game yet, so I had to build them like this with blocks. So that's why they're back here, and that's why they're built like this. Then down here is boiler room. This is not in the real game, but this is just where I put everything. So this is like all the animatronics costumes are all back here so that if one of them happens to break, I can just come back here and grab their suit instead of having to make a whole new one. None of this stuff down here, and this is also where I tucked Golden Freddy because I didn't know where else to put him. And then over this way, this room here is because when I first made this world a very, very long time ago, we didn't know a lot about Foxy and where he was, so I didn't put him just in the corner. I had him be in his own separate room, which is the pirate ship play place, which Foxy's not in here anymore, but it's a whole pirate ship themed play place. You can go in here and there's all this stuff. This is a shark, obviously. This is very obviously. Where do you have not? What happened to your name tag? Okay, he was named Shark. I don't know what happened to his name tag, but he was named Shark. I don't know. That's so weird. I don't know what happened. Huh. Okay, well, he did used to be named Shark. I don't know what happened. And then in here is Mangle and Balloon Boy. There's Kids Cove. There's not a lot in here. It's mainly just because I wanted Mangle and Balloon Boy to be in the build. But there's also this prize corner here. These are the arcade cabinets. I forgot to mention that in this room. There's... Whoop. I need to wax these signs, so I stopped doing that. But in here there's also these arcade cabinets. And there's also the prize counter here, where you can earn various prizes for the tickets you win on the arcade machines. And then in here is the kitchen, which is probably like the least interesting building, or the least interesting room in the building. But yeah, we don't really know what the FNaF kitchen looks like, so I just based it off of a kitchen that I once worked in. And I like how it came out. Again, probably like the least interesting room in the building, but I still think it's cool. And then here's your walk-in with all the food and all the pizza toppings and everything. And then down here I have, this is the FNaF 1 office, of course. And you have the buttons on the doors for the lights, and then you can close the doors with the levers. God, my throat itches. Ugh. So annoying. I hate when my throat itches. And then in here, I have a switch that can actually turn off the power for the office. So the power, like this torch here is like the only source of lighting in here. So I have a switch here that can turn this off so that the power in the office can shut down. So I thought that was neat. And then I'll come back to that in a minute. In this supply closet on this side, there's of course like some stuff in here. But through the painting is where FNaF 2 is. So here's the FNaF 2 office. You can sit here, look down the hallway. There's the Freddy head that you can put on. And then you can put it back on the desk here. There's going to be like 100 in these by the end of the month. And then both the vents here do work. There's the lights on either side. And you can actually go in them too. You can go into the vents as well. So you can actually crawl through them. And then over this side is the prize corner with the puppet. And this room's on a light switch because if it wasn't, it would ruin the illusion of the hallway. Because here I actually, instead of gray concrete for the walls, I used black, and I used light gray for the floor instead of white. So it looks a lot deeper and darker than it actually is. So, yeah, I just realized something actually. Hang on. I'm going to do this when I head over to FNaF 3. Because I just realized I forgot to put a clock in that office. But yeah. This prize corner, there's balloons floating around everywhere. You have this little Celebrate poster, and then the puppets in here, in her box. And yeah. There's also this vent here in this room too, which does lead back into the main office. And then over this way is the parts and service room. And in here there's Withered Bonnie. What happened to the light? What did I do? Why light no work now? Come on. Now I have to fix this. What happened to the light? Fuck. Okay, this light's supposed to flicker. I have no idea why it's not. What happened? What? I don't remember exactly where the wiring for this is. Oh, here it's fine. Hang on. I have to break this whole thing now. What did I do? That broke the light. What the fuck? There we go. What? Oh, I see what I did. Oh, that's why I had that like that. Okay. I was playing on this with someone the other day. And I saw that and I was like, did I miss that? How did I miss that? I had it that way because okay. Now, my bad. Okay, now the light in here flickers like it's supposed to. And then here's Withered Bonnie, Shadow Freddy, and then Withered Foxy and Shadow Bonnie back here. And then you go this way, and in this supply closet, and through this vent. Warning, this room is way brighter than the rest of the place. We go in here, and this is FNaF 3. Here's the FNaF 3 area, and I'll put it here. So I realized I forgot to put a clock in this room. And I have nowhere to put it now. Here's the FNaF 3 office. Then you go down here. Then this is supposed to be Phantom Freddy. Down this way there's this vent, and there's a door right here. It's just boarded off. It doesn't go anywhere. And then down this hallway, all the way down here is Phantom Foxy. And then all the way down at the end of this hallway is where the safe room is. This is the little arcade room where Phantom Chica is, and of course all of her watermelons. And then Down here is a boarded up staircase where Phantom Mangle is. And the staircase doesn't actually go anywhere. And then all the way down here is Springtrap in the safe room. And all these vents actually do work. They all do lead throughout the entire building. So, yeah, all these vents do work. And then, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's also vents. That's what all those pipes are above the building. There's these vent systems that go through, they go to every room in the building. So from the FNaF 3 office, you can go from the FNaF 3 office. You want to go to the FNaF 1 office, you can go through the vents. And the point, it's kind of it takes kind of more time, but the point of it is that, like, the map was originally created to be played as, like, a game. So if there's one person playing here as the night guard, or even if they're not playing in the office, if they're just walking around the map, and there's animatronics walking around, because that's why I have the armor set saved too, so that somebody can get rid of the armor stand, and then, like, oh, you break Bonnie, and then you're gonna walk around and play as Bonnie, then somebody can notice that that armor stand is now missing. But the point of the events is that whoever's playing as the animatronic, they can get around the entire map without ever being seen out in the open. So, like, I could be playing as Bonnie, right? And then instead of walking here all the way down there, I can instead go in here through this vent that's from the backstage. And then I can go from backstage all the way down. Until I get to the main out, and to this one. And then there, I just cut from the backstage to right here, and I was never seen. I just went through a painting and back out another painting. So it's just a way for whoever's playing as, like, the animatronics to... Would you get, like, a camera mod? I can't get mods. But, well, the entire point of the map is kind of to be vanilla anyway, but... Because, you know, I first built it on a PS3. But I can't have mods anyway. This is a Bedrock World on PlayStation. I can't install mods because I'm on a console. I don't really know how I feel about Minecraft mods anyway. I don't know, I kind of like just playing the game for what it is. I could figure out a way to make it work in vanilla. A camera mod would be cool, but I don't think necessary. But I can't anyway. I can't install mods anyway. I probably could find a way to convert the world's file into Java and then install a camera mod and then do all that. I probably could, but maybe once the entire thing is done. On Nintendo Switch you can? Well, I'm not on a Switch, I'm on a PlayStation. Also, that's weird, I've never heard of that. You can install mods on it. Well, you can mod a Switch, but you have to hook it up to something else. You can't just mod a Switch base the way it is. Maybe you can. I don't know if they're mods. I don't know. Now that I think about it, I guess there's this. I never use this. Oh my god, guys, I can get Huggy and Friends. Here we go. I'll use this and I'll build all of Playtime Co. after spending $6 on Huggy and Friends. But honestly, I wonder if there is one in here. In the marketplace. I wonder if there is, like, kind of a security camera mod. Maybe. If there's... I'll look yeah, let me just look real quick. Camera. It's all skibbity toilet. There is security cameras. Hang on. For $4. Expand your base with security cameras. Ensure no one enters undetected. Throw cameras in hard to reach spots. You can't? Oh, you can. Okay, then maybe. then maybe. Because there is one I can actually get. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. If I can get people to actually play it with, then I will. Because then yeah, you can have cameras set up everywhere. That'd be kind of cool, huh? Although, I wonder if I can have them set up on different systems. So that... Like, cameras can be connected, one to the FNaF 1 office, and then there's cameras connected to the FNaF 2 office, and then FNaF 3. It's like 3 different sets of cameras. Maybe. That'd be pretty neat. We'll see, though. We'll see. But, I'm kind of tired. I'm gonna leave it here. Hope y'all enjoyed. Hope you have a day and night, wherever you're doing. And Klein Den, out.